Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, I am Natalie. For those of you that are coming back, it's super lovely to have you here. I am a neurotransformation therapy practitioner, a manifestation coach, and my channel, As a Penny's Job, is all about guiding you to create a life that you love, deserve, and desire. I provide a variety of coaching solutions, self-study workshops, time with me, programs where we deep dive into those limiting beliefs to release those traumas that are keeping you stuck in your life. And I also have a free Facebook group and a members only channel on YouTube too. And you can find out all about that by clicking the links below this video. So if you want your manifestation questions answered, then go to my free Facebook group. It is an incredible supportive group. And yeah, you will get your manifestation questions answered there. And I also wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do click that subscribe button. Your support on my channel really does mean the absolute world to me. And I really appreciate all of the incredible, amazing comments that I am receiving. It absolutely blows my mind. So thank you. And please keep those beautiful, heartfelt comments coming. Okay, so let's get to this video. So I've got actually my phone here because I've made a few notes that I wanted to share with you. This video, as you've seen from the title, is all about not allowing what you hear in your 3D reality to stop you from manifesting your desires. And I've got some really great examples here that I want to share with you. What can happen is when we are looking outside of us, or when there's something we are wanting, what happens is we start to hear, oh no, it's impossible, or we can't have this, or you're ridiculous for wanting that, or you're delusional, or that's not possible. I can't change that. This is how it is. You know, and I've got so many incredible examples that I'm going to share with you today as proof that when you ignore the 3D reality, when you don't hear the no and you just hear the yes of what it is that you're wanting and you remain faithful to that, your life will transform in so many incredible ways. It is unbelievable. So let me start with an example with, as I know you're all, lots of you are wanting your specific person back, or wanting to be in a loving relationship. Time and time again, when I heard no, when I was told by, and there's two different people that I can clearly think about in my mind right now, when I was wanting to be with them. And again, this was actually before I knew about law of attraction or law of assumption. And they were telling me that they didn't want anything to do with me. They were telling me that we were incompatible, that it wasn't going to work, that it just wasn't right. When I was hearing that, what I was doing in my mind was thinking the opposite. Now, I was visualizing myself with these people. I was thinking the opposite. And at the same time, I was in a place of scarcity. I was in a place of lack. I was anxious and I was needy and I was, not sleeping well at all. But every time these people came back to me, every time, because I chose not to hear no. I chose what I wanted. And now, like I said, I wasn't then sure about manifesting. I didn't really know enough about manifesting then, to be perfectly honest. But what I had done is, instead of hearing that this was it, I was hearing what I wanted. And I was sitting in the imaginal acts, sitting in past experiences with these people, aligning my inner vibration to that. And then when I let go of the need of it, when I was done with feeling a particular way, because I was in lack, I was in scarcity. So yes, this is again proof that you can manifest in scarcity and in lack. But this is the key differentiator for those that receive their manifestation. For those that don't, is I let go. I then got to a place of accepting where I was. I accepted where I was, didn't like it, but I accepted it, and I let go and I moved forward. So whatever I was hearing in my 3D reality, I was not accepting. I wasn't accepting it. Now, again, this wasn't something that I was aware of consciously that I was doing, but I just kept wanting to feel good. So for me, feeling good was thinking about our past experiences together. No matter what they said, no matter how painful it was, I remained faithful more often than not to the desired outcome that I was wanting. So I decided not to hear what the 3D reality was reflecting to me. I decided not to hear no, and I decided to choose yes this is what I'm wanting. This is the person I want to be with. And I would get, like I said, because they were past people and wanting exes back, I would literally sink into the feeling state of being with them now. I can clearly remember doing it with both of them and then feeling really shocked when they actually did come back. And both of them actually came back time and time again. So when you don't allow the 3D reality to control your reality, to control what it is that you're actually wanting, and you remain faithful, even though it doesn't feel like you're remaining faithful and you're like, that's it, I'm done. That's you letting go of the need of it and you allowing the universe to do its job, which is to bring it to you. You're taking your energy off it and you're putting it into you. So I chose in those examples not to hear no, I chose to hear what I wanted. Now, so I've got my phone here. So some other examples that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so I recently went out to Orlando, Florida, and to see a client. Now, I was supposed to be going out for a couple of weeks because I was going to have a proper long holiday out there, but then I changed my mind. So when I changed my flight coming back, they didn't have any more upper class seats available. So I was coming back premium economy. I was absolutely fine with that. I was coming back and I needed to come back on that particular day. So that's absolutely fine. When I woke up on the Saturday morning, the day I was flying back to the UK from Orlando, I just said to myself, no, I'm flying back in a seat. I'm flying back in a seat. Now, I was told that there were no seats available, so I'm flying back in a bed. I'm going to have a bed on that plane and I'm going to have a good night's sleep and I'm going to wake up feeling really, really refreshed. That was what I thought. So I chose not to hear no from the universe, from the 3D reality. I chose what it was I wanted. And I visualized myself, in a bed, on a plane, coming home and having a good night's sleep. So I get to check in and I say, oh, I'd like to upgrade my seat. She then tells me that I can't have that seat because it needs to be kept for XYZ reason. I was like, are you sure? Are you really sure? And I was thinking, I know I'm going to have this bed. No matter how I get this bed, that bed is mine. That's it. I saw myself in it. Therefore, I'm aligning to the desire. That bed is mine. And she was like, no, we can't sell you the bed. And then a gentleman next to me, he was checking in. He then started asking about the bed. And I just said to him that bed can't be sold. It's for XYZ purposes. And so he then checks in his seat and then he goes off on his merry way. I remain. And I said, are you sure there's nothing else you can do? You can't just confirm that I can't have that seat. And again, I'm staying calm, I'm super calm about it because I'm like, well, I'm coming home anyway. I've got a seat anyway. So, but that bed's mine. That bed was mine. She then called operations and they didn't answer. And I said, is there any way you can call them again? She said, well, look, they're not there. They're clearly not answering. So I was like, okay, fine. I said, that's absolutely fine. Thank you so much for all of your help. I really appreciate it. And I was just about to walk away thinking, well, I'll get the bed when I get to the gate, or I'll get the bed given to me on the plane when that's happened to me before. And she said, oh, but here's my supervisor. Maybe she'll be able to help you. So the supervisor turns up just in the perfect timing, just before I was about to leave. And she said, oh, what's the problem? I said, well, there's no problem. I said, I just wondered if I could get that upper class seat. There's an upper class seat available and I'd like to purchase it. And she looked, she said, of course you can have that seat. So then I went over to the cashier and I said, and I had a budget in mind of how much I wanted to spend. And I said, I don't even know how much this is going to be to upgrade, but what's the cost? And it was way under my budget. So I was like, absolutely. Gave him my credit card, paid for the seat. I, at the same time, affirm, why wouldn't the universe, because I like to see it outside of me. It just feels more nurturing that way to me. Why wouldn't the universe want me to have that bed? Why wouldn't the universe want me to have all the abundance, all of the blessings that are available in the universe? Why wouldn't it want me to have that? The universe wants me to win all the time. The universe has always got my back. The universe wants me to have that bed. Of course it wants me to have that bed. That's why there was only one seat left, and that's why that bed was mine. So everything is always working out for you, bigger and better than you can possibly imagine. So I get on the flight and I'm walking through premium economy. And I carry straight through. Now, my imagination was visualizing myself in a bed in the style that I know that Virgin Atlantic had their beds. But when I carried on walking through to the upper class area, they were suites. It was a brand new layout, and I had my own suite on the plane. So not only did I have a bed, I had an actual suite. I was absolutely in my element. I had the best time. The staff were incredible. It was amazing. So you see, I chose not to hear no. I chose to stick to my desire, because I know what I desires me. I know when there's a desire there, it's done. And all I had to do was align to it. I wasn't attached to it. I didn't need it, but I knew it was done. It was mine. So that's another example. I want to share another example as well when it comes to money. Now, I used to work for a telecommunications company called Vodafone, which I absolutely loved. They were absolutely incredible to work for. And the telecommunications company I worked for, I used to be a PA, and I decided that I wanted more money. And I remember speaking to somebody and saying that I would like to increase my basic salary from X to X. And she said, oh, well, to do that, you'll have to leave Vodafone, get yourself another job, and come back a year later to get that basic salary increase. I was like, well, in my mind, I was like, well, I don't want to leave, but I want the money. So what did I do? Over the space of probably about 4 or 5 months, I was working on a process of how I could receive more money and stay at Vodafone. And I didn't really visualize what the outcome was going to be, but I knew what it was that I wanted, and I remained faithful to what it was that I wanted. By the end of that year, so about 5 or 6 months time, I got offered a job in sales. Not only I didn't get the salary increase then, but I knew there was a potential to earn a lot of money in sales. Within the space of 12 months, my basic salary went up about 3 or 4 times, well over what it was that I was wanting. And within 18 months, I'd tripled with commission. On top of that, I'd tripled the money that I was earning when I was a PA. I'm going to share another example with you now. This is all to inspire you guys. This is all to inspire you to not give up. So what's the other example I fitted down here? Again, my business. When I didn't have any clients, when I wasn't receiving any money in, I chose to ignore that. I chose to ignore people saying to me, oh, you're going to have to go and get yourself a job back in the corporate world. Well, I didn't want to do that. And in fact, that scared the living daylights out of me, because I'd been there. It wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to have my own business. So through blood, sweat and tears, I kept going forwards. I was determined. I was driven. I kept doing the YouTube videos when I had hardly anybody watching my YouTube videos. I kept doing the work that was going to get me closer and closer to bringing my desire to a reality. So when people were saying you need to do this, I heard yes for me and no to that. I didn't listen to that. Even when I had hardly any money coming in, or no money coming in actually, even when I literally had £1,500 left in my bank account to pay my bills, it's very scary. Even that, I kept going, and I kept saying yes to me and yes to what I wanted. And as you can see, the numbers on my YouTube channel, I'm constantly busy with clients, and yeah, it's worked out bigger and better than I could possibly have imagined. Because again, the universe wants me to win, and it wanted me to win at the right time when it was ready to deliver it all for me. And when I look back, I had to have so much aligned in the background for everything to start to tick over naturally and easily and effortlessly. Another example is my body. When I used to be struggling with my weight would fluctuate up and down all the time. I would be exercising, like stupid amounts. And it was like I was punishing myself. I wasn't eating at all well. Some days I wouldn't even eat at all, which is really not self-love and not self-care either. When I let go of the need of wanting my body to be a particular way, when I just focused on me, loving me, putting me first, saying yes to me and no to what the 3D reality was consistently reflecting to me with the difficulties of me losing weight. When I let go of all of that, I said yes to me, what was right for me, being kind to me, the more my body changed to the what it is that I actually wanted it to be. Effortlessly. No more struggling, no more punishing myself in the gym the way I used to. Now I go to the gym still, but nowhere like I used to. And I do not work out the way I used to work out, because it was just ridiculous, the amounts I was doing. And finally, there's another story I want to share before I wrap up. And again, this is something really super simple. So I've given you lots of really big examples of dreaming big, and this is something really super simple. I ordered a dress that I wanted to bring out to my current location, and I had ordered it at the beginning of July. Everything else turned up that I'd ordered, but this dress. Now, they told me that it was going to be delivered on the 19th of July. And then I got told it was going to be delivered on the 29th of July, which was after I would have left to come to Ibiza. So what did I do? I just thought to myself, you know what? Whether I have that dress or not, it's okay. I let go. I chose not to hear what the 3D reality was reflecting to me. I chose not to hear the no, and I chose the yes. I accepted what they were saying, but that wasn't what my reality was going to be, because I visualized myself in that dress in a special location in Ibiza. I visualized myself in that dress, having that dress with me. I then got an email to say it was going to be delivered on the 25th. I then thought, well, that's okay, because that's the day before I go away. I'm going to get the dress. Absolutely fine. Again, I've let go. I'm saying yes to me. I'd seen myself in that dress. I'd aligned to the desire of me being in that dress, and I'd visualized that. I knew that dress was going to be with me. It was just a matter of time of how I was going to, that was going to come to me. And that wasn't my job to think about that. So I just cracked on with my day. I then got another email to say it was going to come the day before. They delivered, they arrived, but I wasn't there to pick up the delivery. So then they took the dress back. I was like, oh my God. So I then rescheduled the delivery for the 25th. Now, on the 25th, I spent most of the time kind of getting my hair done and things like that. And so I wasn't at home. And I forgot about it. So by the time I was coming back, I then got a call. I was about 2 minutes away from home. I then got a call from DHL saying, where are you? We can't get in. We've got your delivery. If you don't kind of come here now, we are going to leave. And I literally was like, I am 2 minutes away. He was like, I'm not waiting. So I parked my car up and I ran. I said, and I had him on the phone. And I was saying, please don't leave. Please don't leave. I said, I'm going away. And I would really like to take that with me. And so I was running. And he came around the corner and he gave me the dress. I chose what it was that I wanted. I chose to see myself in that dress. In fact, the desire came to me of me being in that dress in a special location in Ibiza. And I was like, well, that means that the dress is mine. I'm supposed to be having that dress. That dress is supposed to be coming to me. So I ignored the 3D reality. You see, I ignored the 3D reality. I said no to the 3D reality, and I said yes to me and what I wanted. I turn my focus away from the 3D reality. I go within on what I want and what is right for me and what I'm desiring to have, no matter what that is. I let it go. I know it's done, and that is it. So this video is to inspire you all how to not allow your 3D reality to control you. Because if I'd allowed it in all these different circumstances, I wouldn't have experienced the things that I've now been experiencing. I wouldn't have the business. I wouldn't have received the money from Vodafone. I wouldn't have gone into the sales role that has actually helped me, learn more about technology and changing my perception in that role. All of this has helped me to get me where I am today, you see. All of this has. I wouldn't have understood how to manifest money. I wouldn't have understood how to ignore the 3D reality. That dress, yeah, it's a lovely to have. I wouldn't have had that incredible experience of being in the suite on the plane, you see. All of these things I've received because I chose to ignore the 3D reality. The 3D reality said no, I said yes, and I remained faithful to what it was that I wanted without needing it. Accepting this is what was happening, but I was going to get my desire, and I let it go, and it all worked out bigger and better than I can possibly imagine. So that's it for me today, guys. Some Ibiza, as you can see. and I've got the beautiful flowers behind me, and I will be back very, very soon. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share your stories of how you've ignored the 3D reality. Let's inspire everybody to do the same, knowing that when they have a desire, that desire is there, and all you have to do is align to it with faith and trust that it is yours and it is going to be coming into your reality. Bigger and better than you can possibly imagine. Sending you so much love, guys. Take care, and I will be back very, very soon.